G'day guys and gal. Modding for the Total War franchise has been a pretty turbulent ride. It peaked with Medieval 2 Total War, allowing people to modify units, animations, textures, voice lines, events, the map, the menu. It was insane. You had mods like Third Age Total War, which was so well made, it kept Medieval 2 alive for more than a decade. Since then, however, mods have been in the decline. The outsourcing of parts of the Grand Campaign map by CA has meant that future Total Wars have been severely restricted when it comes to large overhauls. With the release of Total War Warhammer, the first ever installment in the Total War franchise that was using a license, the restrictions on modding got even tighter, with no modding tools to edit models, audio, or anything that might infringe on the license. The community did a great job regardless, releasing thousands of amazing mods, which was awesome. Especially for mod junkies like me. First thing I do whenever I discover a new game is search up if it has a modding community, but as they say, if there's a will, there is a way. Hence in the last few months, the community has found a hack on importing custom models into the game, giving us amazing mods like Shaw Muscle's Chaos, which added in a custom Bloodthirster to the game, or the Teutonic Knights for people who want to take crusading a little bit further. Merwims were also added into the game, and now Wulfric can ride his Sea Fang. Chaos Dwarves, Araby are all fully fledged playable factions. My point is that the modders have done some insane stuff for the game, and there's even more insane stuff on the way. Today I'll go over some of the coolest mods that are coming to Total War Warhammer 2 in the near future. These will range from really well made units to really interesting changes, all the way to fundamental changes to the game. You don't have to use mods or even play the game to appreciate how awesome the stuff I'm about to show you is. As someone who plays with well over 130 mods on my stream simultaneously, I thought this would be a good way to give back to the community, which continue to make me fall in love with Total War Warhammer over and over again. To start us off, I wanted to show off some of the new characters and models people are modding into the game soon. The ability to create custom models was a huge step forward for the community. As you can see here, we have two different mods, of Kurt Helborg and Ludwig Schwarzhelm. Both modders did a good job, however one was forced to stitch CA assets together, whilst the other modder was able to use custom assets. You can see the amazing quality that has gone into the newer generation of mods. To take this even further, a Reddit user called Crabman64 modelled the legendary beer guzzling midget Joseph Bugman and announced his intention to mod it into the game. Joseph is obviously a character that the community loves, because fundamentally, we are all alcoholics who spend our time watching Australians explain Warhammer lore or stream Warhammer games, whilst blowing our government given money on plastic crack. So the fact that a single guy has now opened up the door for us to play as Buggy Boy is incredible. Shaw Muscle has emerged as one of the greatest when it comes to creating and importing custom models into the game, and his new mod is no different. He has already modelled and will implement his redesign of the Fire Mage for the High Elves. In game, it seems that while CA has been lore friendly and allowed Fire Mages to ride Sun Dragons in the DLC, they have not given them a unique model, hence now they have it thanks to the modders. Another modder, called Urgrom, noticed that CA's new stone trolls coming in the next DLC were just normal trolls with a slight retexture, and they swung their maces with two hands instead of one. Well, you better believe our boy went in there and remodeled the trolls to make them look exactly like they should according to lore. This is what I mean when I say there is no reason why people should be anti-mods. There's literally no downside in having a mod like this. A unit which CA ran out of time to properly implement was fixed. You could consider this a genuine bug fix. Kozlov is a faction with a special place in all our hearts. Once again, because they are a reflection of our alcoholic degenerate asses with their promise of ice called vodka. In Total War, they are currently a generic Empire state with a few unique voice lines to remind us that they actually are not part of the Empire. Modders have come in hot here, rebuilding their faction, adding in custom modelled legendary lords and units, which anyone who's watched my pretty disastrous Kozlov campaign would have seen. This is awesome, but just the beginning for this, as the team of modders who have done this have gone balls to the walls on the next update. These are some of the early work they have done, covering the troops in custom armor and textures. They're making a sled and even bears. Currently the bears in game are retextured demigryph knights, so having actual bears will be incredible. In this teaser we can also see that the halflings will be getting chicken mounts, so hell yeah. Modding isn't just confined to what you see on the campaign map or in the battles, no. This absolute mad lad has turned the legendary lord selection pool into a fighting game. Surprisingly, it looks really clean and aesthetic for a strategy game, whilst also capturing the scale of how many lords the game has added since launch. I do hope that he has coded it or made it compatible with custom Legendary Lord mods. It'd be a shame for such a cool concept to not get the love it deserves, purely because all the people using one of the many amazing Legendary Lord mods cannot use it. However, knowing the modding community and how they work together, I would have no doubt this won't be an issue. The team behind the old versus new Lost Faction mods are also pumping out some crazy stuff. On top of the Halfling Chicken mount, they also have custom units like food wagons created by the beast that is Chaos Robbie. They also have a full team dedicated to the Lost Factions mod, so it keeps getting updated all the time. Like seriously, you need to check out this mod, like Araby mate, they went crazy on it. Another mod which has constantly been updated and worth your time is the Southern Realms mods by Kataf. This turns the discount Empire clones in the south into a fully fledged faction with custom legendary lords, units, technologies, missions, mechanics, and the Dogs of War. They recently added one of the most impressive units to the game, the Birdmen of Katrazia. Not impressive because they're that amazing, but the fact that they were able to mod in completely animated flying units using custom assets is awesome. They're just going to keep rolling out more and more of these type of updates, so keep an eye on this one as well. No list would be complete without looking at what Venrus and his team are coming up with next. SFO is the biggest, most ambitious mod that Total War Warhammer has ever had. They just crossed 250,000 users and have no sign of slowing down. This isn't a mod showcase video, so I won't go over everything SFO does, but for me it's essential when I play for a number of reasons. They have two really cool new features on the horizon. Firstly, army banners. Each army has been given unique banners held by some of their troops. I personally love seeing units with banners, showing off the faction and the heraldry of those they serve, so this is a really cool detail. The second feature out soon is SFO's attempt to fix Total War Warhammer's snowball issue. If you've played the game long enough or even once, you will generally notice that once your kingdom reaches a certain size and your income a certain level, everything becomes piss easy. You have strong, optimized armies working intelligently together, or if you're a legend then you have like 20 doom stacks. They easily smash through the AI. How many of you actually finished the campaign and gotten the long campaign victory, or even the short campaign victory requirements? As soon as you no longer feel the challenge, you start a new campaign. CA tried to address this in their Proving Grounds beta, but many people still felt that it wasn't enough. SFO already takes steps to try and fix this by adding unit caps, changing the game so the AI is still powerful without having to rely on cheats, and removing really cheesy tactics and exploits to get like unlimited money or whatever. They're taking this one step further with their new system that hopes to be the one that makes the campaign engaging and challenging all the way until the end, without having to do blatant hard nerfs to the player. I'm really excited to see what the modding community produces next. Now that they have custom models and animations, I would love to see custom audio get imported. I'm currently doing a playthrough of the Empire using the Ulperstrike 5 mod, where I'm basically using a small hero-only army to try to destroy all the Skaven factions on the map. If you want to see that, then jump on DLive Tuesday and Thursday evenings this week, and you can also check out some of the best mods the community has to offer there. The Ulperstrike mod is so fun, but imagine if they had the custom audio. Hearing the voices from Vermintide in Warhammer 2 would blow my mind. With the way things are going, mark my words, 1 year from now, the modding community will be so insane that Total War Warhammer will be an even greater beast of a game than it is now. With so much potential here, why not join in? The Total War modding community is huge and they all help each other. If you have a good idea and are tech savvy, then you could easily bring your idea to life. Even if you aren't good at modding, the amount of awesome mods I use where the creator says, "This is my first attempt at a mod using such and such guide," so don't be scared to give it a go. The modders have a special Discord with all the updates, support and guides you would need to start your journey. To wrap this video up, I'll say this. If you really want to support Total War modding, then jump on your favourite modder's Patreon. They do so much for the community and most of the work is free. Ask yourself this, if you could only play SFO or Mixu or whatever, if you had to pay $1 per month, would you do it? If the answer is yes, then you should consider doing it. I personally make a small contribution to a number of my favourite modders for the game each month. And that does us for today guys. If you enjoyed this video and just as hyped about the upcoming mods as I am, then click the subscribe button. Then click the real subscribe button. I consider myself one of the biggest advocates for modding on YouTube, and I want to make more of an effort to get involved, starting with this video. If you're a modder who is working on something awesome or have released something awesome, let me know. There's a good chance I'll shout you out or play your mod in my streams, or potentially even in one of my videos. Join the Discord for more memes, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.